Hey, what's going on, guys? Christian here from Planet CHH. So Friday the 13th Part 3. When I did Jason X, somebody said, please do this for Part 3. So we're going to look at a lot of home media for Friday the 13th Part 3, including this Japanese format that I believe was titled VHD at the time. It was a Japanese format. It was like a disc-type system that is pretty cool. We're going to look at everything I own for the Friday the 13th Part 3 in the majority of the ways that you can watch it. Not all of them, since I have some redundant sets, but we're going to get right into it. Of course, I'd be remiss not to mention a few things about Friday the 13th Part 3. When we did Ranking the Jasons on the You Need a Podcast, I put this look as the #1 look. I just think this is the classic spooky Jason. This is the Jason that, he's almost like a ghost in Part 3. He's menacing. He's foreboding. The suspenseful sequence in the beginning at the little quickie shop that the couple runs is, man, he knows what he's doing. Jason is trying to lure people into barns, and he's trying to just stalk almost. And it's we never saw that performance done that exact way again, which is the beauty of the franchise, quite frankly. There's a lot of Jasons that have their own style, but Part 3 to me is the seminal classic Jason. I also love the undermask look of Jason too. So Part 3, happy 40th birthday. That is awesome. You're a great entry in a great franchise. So without further ado, guys, we'll start, and of course, when we're done, we're going to look at a bunch of cool stuff that I don't own. So here is my Laserdisc for Friday the 13th Part 3. As you can see, it sports the theatrical poster art with the silhouette in the shower. I always liked that. Back, we've got art of the pregnant girl taking a shower, Jason breaking into the vehicle, the crazy Ralph, so to speak, from Part 3, I Have Warned Thee, and then Jason doing what he does best, and that body at the top of the room, which is disgusting. The Laserdisc was not 3D. It was just regular Laserdisc, but there was some 3D on Laserdisc, like Freddy's Dead. They did that in 3D. Came with glasses and everything. This is the DVD for Friday the 13th Part 3. This is the Paramount DVD. Now, what's cool about this is my Blockbuster copy. When Blockbuster was going out of business in my hometown, I decided I needed to own this copy, and it has the wood grain logo on the front in red font, which is cool, interesting. We put that in red font, so that's cool. Deluxe DVDs would come out. But actually, before the deluxe DVDs, of course, we got the Crystal Lake to Manhattan set. I have shown this off in so many videos, and I will continue to show it off in videos. And now let's look right here. In here, we have Friday the 13th Part 3. I think Part 3 didn't have any funny quirks in it. The disc art is as such. So there's Friday the 13th Part 3 in the Crystal Lake to Manhattan set. I always tell people, look out for the Crystal Lake to Manhattan set, like at pawn shops and stuff like that. Mine is road worn, but it is great, and I love having it. First, we would get the deluxe DVDs, Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. And, of course, my glasses are in there. As you can see, there is the disc for the Collector's Edition, Deluxe Edition DVDs. Of course, I always like to show this off, my Friday the 13th DVD collection. This came out after the Deluxe DVDs were out. They put out collection sets, and this was, in my opinion, the coolest one with the lenticular slip. And the cool thing about this, again, perfect, we opened it up right to 3D. They have Friday facts in here. Body counts, weapons used. They show you the theatrical posters on each page. I just thought that's a nice touch. I think that was a really nice touch. So that's cool. And then you got artwork at the bottom here. And they actually give you the image for the unused mask on the front. That's cool. Good stuff. There's Jason right there from Part 3. So, very, very, very cool. I don't know how hard it is to get your hands on this exact version with the lenticular slip, but you can certainly get that set. This set got released as a Blu-ray set as well. So let's get into the Blu-rays, and let's just jump right into it. Of course, the initial run of Blu-rays would have Friday the 13th Part 3 in here. Let's hone in on the artwork used for Part 3 in here. I think that would be cool. So, let's see. They used the woman in the beginning that runs the store. for part 3. Very, very nice. And look, down there they used the image of the Jason that you don't see in the movie again. That's cool. Good look. There's Jason breaking in the car. I always liked that look of Jason that didn't get used in the movie. Which one do I like better? That's a good question, because I'll be honest with you. I actually think that the one that didn't get used is a fantastic look. I would probably say they're pretty dead even to me. I love that look. Scream Factory would give us the ultimate Friday the 13th Part 3 in a 4K scan in actual 3D if you have the technology in your home to do so. And of course, we would get reversible art, and they would give us that great 3D Jason art. I go back and forth. I swap them around. Great shot of Jason on the other side. This is the least than 4K scan of the first 4, but it's only fair because they shot this in 3D, and I don't think it aided in the image quality, so to speak. We would soon get collections again after the Scream Factory came out, and Paramount would reuse some of those new scans that were done. Of course, this just has the discs in there, but this has Friday the 13th Part 3 in it, so we got to show it. This is a ritual. There's the 8-movie collection. Now, I just learned that the 9-movie collection has come out overseas, and it's this set with the remake in it, so I'm going to have to track that down to get that as a Friday the 13th archivist of some sorts. The posters on the back, and of course, you just get the disc, blue disc in there. And here is something cool. So the reason we're doing this is not only because it's the 40th anniversary, but because we got this. And we're going to open it together, the Friday the 13th Part 3 Blu-ray. And I'm surprised they actually include the new remaster for this. Special features, fresh cuts, 3D Terror, Legacy of the Unmasked, Slasher Films, Lost Tales from Camp Blood Part 3, and original theatrical trailer. So they use a lot of the same, if not the same special features from before. But before we open that up, as you can see, they've been doing this for the 40th anniversaries and giving us steelbooks of the movies, and I just think it's trophies to have. They're very modestly priced, which is good. They're like trophies, memorandums, if you will, of the movies for their 40th anniversary, and plaques of achievement almost, just like, look guys, you did it. So here on the back for 1 and 2, we've got Killer Mommy Killer, You're Doomed, You're All Doomed. So let's see what's on the back of Part 3. Let's open this up together. Okay, let's get this opened up. So here's that. Be right back. There it is. So here it is outside. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Looks great. Great imagery from the poster. I will give away that digital code on my... Oh, look at this. I will show this, that they promote the Steelbook set on there. Very cool. I will give away that digital code on my Patreon. All right, look at that. Great image of Jason. So there it is. The memorandum for Friday the 13th Part 3 on its 40th anniversary. So, there we have it, guys. So, we've got 1, 2, and 3. We don't get one next year because there was not a Friday the 13th in 1983. So, after that, it's, you know, we're ready to rip. Each year we'll get one. So, now let's go and look at a bunch of old releases and things that I don't own and some really interesting artwork for Friday the 13th Part 3. Alright, guys, we'll start right here with the CED disc. This format lost to basically VHS and Laserdisc. I think the last Friday the 13th to come out on CED was Friday the 13th Part 5, which is a fairly sought-after CED because it was basically the last year that they were making them. This one's cool because I saw that hockey mask at the top, and I was like, oh, that's cool. So Friday the 13th Part 3 there. This one is just a variation of what we saw, and obviously it's in a foreign language, but a lot of CIC video when I was looking up different covers. I really like this one, this Horror House Unlimited. I thought that was just great. I love all the red and stuff in there. And this one right here was really cool. Weekend de Terror. I can't get enough of that. That's just classic. Look at the dots at the top. But this is the main event right here. What the? That's kind of terrifying. Look at that face and those blue eyes. Could you imagine that movie? I'd watch that. I found this picture. I wanted to share it. So this is the UK releases, and I love that blood-stained uniformity with the different weapons seen through the series. And I just thought that was really cool. And here's a picture of the Part 3 Blu-ray from overseas, too. I like those a lot. They're kind of simple, but I kind of dig that a lot. I might want to get one of those one day. But I also found a picture of the 9 movie collection that just got released overseas in the UK, too. And as you can see, it's got the remake up there. That is all that and a bag of chips, and I've got to track that down. I can't help myself, guys. I got to get that. But I wanted to show this right here, the German Blu-ray with that great artwork. This is one of those digibooks, and I would love to have it. I only have Jason Takes Manhattan, and I got the one with the I Love New York on the cover. They're kind of harder to get from Diabolic DVD. They used to be good about carrying them, but I think that they just can't get them as much anymore. Alright, so this is a VCD of Friday the 13th Part 3, otherwise known as Video Compact Disc. I was having a hard time trying to find release dates and information on this, but basically this was like the precursor of DVD, but it was the first format to be optical disc based. But I think in Asia they still kind of use this format. It's like a cheap DVD alternative, so the technology is not as good as what I think even DVD is. Again, I wish I could be a little bit more informative on this, but it was actually kind of hard for me to figure out just what the hell this is. But VCD, if anybody knows, please help me out in the comment section below. Can't tell you what year this came out, but I would have to guess mid-90s over in Japan, because it looks like this format was created in 93. Okay, guys, so here is our main event. I'm going to try to do a little bit of education for those that may not know what they're looking at. This is the Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D Video High Density, also known as the VHD disc. And this was only available in consumer use really in Japan, but it reads that in Europe it was kind of more of an educational tool rather than an entertainment medium. But in Japan, they were doing stereoscopic 3D movies over there. And I can try to explain that in definitions of sorts, but basically, this right here, what you're seeing, would be the absolute closest way to experiencing Part 3 like you would in the theater back in the day. And to watch this properly, you not only need the player and the movie, but you have to have a CRT television and all of this. Now, in terms of all these add-ons, besides the obvious goggles you would wear to really experience the 3D, I can't really explain what all we're looking at, but I know it's very expensive if you were going to try to recreate this or purchase all this stuff today. But in terms of watching this on 3D, from what I read and understand, if you could manage to have all this stuff in your possession, this would still be the truest and closest way to seeing Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. So thank you guys for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Happy 40th anniversary to this guy's Friday the 13th Part 3. The true beginning of an era in a lot of ways, because of not only the Jason we would see and know and love, but of course that beautiful hockey mask as well. And the most iconic mask, I think, in horror. That's my opinion. I think Friday the 13th is the biggest horror franchise in the world. And for good reason. It's one of the most Americana bread and butter horror films series ever made. And it's just, I'm happy to have him in my life. I hope you are too. I'm working diligently on the new music recordings I'm doing to show off all my new busts. You're going to see close-up great shots of my Jason Goes to Hell, my beautiful Part 3 that is just gorgeous from a nice studio company, and all kinds of great stuff. So get ready for that. This is the precursor to that. So happy early Friday the 13th. This should be coming out a day before Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th if you're watching this the next day too. But happy birthday, buddy. See you guys next time.